Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Life After Neverland. Thanks so much for joining me today to talk about The Chosen, one of my 100% favorite shows on the planet. And if you're like, what's The Chosen, Karin? What are you talking about? Make sure you check out the Google App Store and watch The Chosen. It's free, it's amazing, it's wonderful. Check out season 1. We've got the first episode of season 2, which is a huge blessing, and it comes at the most perfect time. And in all honesty, you guys, I can't help but believe that God has his hand placed on this show. The director, Dallas Jenkins, and all of the actors that are involved. I really feel with every ounce of my soul that these people are touched by God, and they're here for a reason for all of us at this moment in time. If you feel like you need some light in your life because there's so much darkness surrounding you, I really need you to check out The Chosen. Please do. Please try. Just please try. Give it a chance. It's going to touch your heart in ways you've never imagined. And I really feel like it is the Bible in a way that you can understand. Anyone can understand this. Anyone. In the very beginning, I was crying, as I always do when I watch The Chosen. So I always get emotional when I talk about The Chosen because it really tugs at your soul and everything that's inside that maybe you don't express on a daily basis because we lock it up really tight. It starts off where it appears as if Jesus is gone. You know, maybe he has already resurrected and all of that stuff. And, the people that knew him are talking about him, and they're starting the Bible. They're starting the beginnings of the Bible. That's how it appears to me. And what I wrote in my notes is, think about all the struggles that we go through day to day. And you're approached by Jesus, who loves you unconditionally, faults and all. Have we forgotten what love looks like in our world and what it actually feels like? And I do want to ask you guys that question. If you want to answer in the comments down below, I would love that. That's one of the things that I love about The Chosen is it gives me an opportunity to connect with my followers on a level that's really deep. This is just me, but I feel like the darkness, one of the things that they talk about here in The Chosen is the darkness moves to light. Right now in the world that we live in, I truly feel that we have all chosen to live in this day and time, and we are facing some really dark, scary times, and we need Jesus. We need him severely, and I don't feel like we should think that we aren't good enough to be accepted by him. This show, this episode, season 2, episode 1, shows you that even if you've made severe mistakes, Jesus still loves you because he knows exactly what's in your soul and what's in your heart, and maybe even the circumstances that might cause you to make the decisions that you made in your life that are unfavorable, or if we want to put it on a scale of 1 to 10 of unfavorable, maybe it could be a 10, but that doesn't mean that he's going to give up on you. That doesn't mean that he doesn't want to help you, to save you, to make things right, or that he doesn't even see what's good in you. So please, I encourage you to watch this episode for those reasons alone. As Shawn said in our last video, the personalities that you meet in The Chosen, many of them are very quirky, and they're not your typical person that you would think from what we've learned. What I've learned, I'm just going to say myself, what I've learned is maybe not someone that I would think Jesus would be interested in. But these disciples are actually quirky. They're imperfect. They're absolutely imperfect. And Jesus is bringing them in. He's encouraging them, he's teaching them, he's guiding them, he's not giving up on them, he's not condemning them. It just tells me that you don't have to be perfect in order to be loved by Jesus, by the Lord, our Savior. And I think we need to know that. I think it's important that we know that. Is that why we turn away from God? Because we just don't feel like we're good enough? We're never going to measure up? I wrote down one of the statements that Jesus said in that episode, and it said, I ask a lot of those that follow me, but I ask little of those who do not. And any of you who do follow Jesus, I feel like our path is very difficult sometimes. You know, we get condemned. You see Jesus and the disciples in this episode, they get spit on, they get rocks thrown at them, but yet they choose to take the high road. They choose not to seek revenge. And that's what we want to do. I mean, come on, let's get honest. It's our human nature to want to seek revenge on the people that do us wrong. But that's what Jesus is telling us not to do. And he almost does it in a humorous way. And oh my goodness, you know, not only is this amazing directing, Dallas Jenkins, amazing acting to the entire cast of The Chosen, but amazing writing, because when you watch it, you see how humorous Jesus is when he is teaching his disciples and anyone who's willing to listen. Something else that I noticed in this episode is doing good with absolutely no agenda. When you're doing good for someone else, but you have nothing in your heart that's asking something else from the person that you're doing the good for. I myself feel like that is so lost in this world. That is so lost in this world. And it's so beautiful, you know, like it's so encouraging and so beautiful to watch. When you're watching The Chosen, it reminds you of what we should be doing here on earth. Why are we even here in the first place? Why are we here? We live and we do die. As much as we don't want to face the fact that our life is going to come to an end, don't you want to make a difference in this world? Or do you want to tear people down in the process of your life? When it's all over, did you do good or did you tear people down? And right now is the time. Now, our world is falling apart. It's falling to shreds. Everything is getting taken away from us. Me personally, I feel like everything is closing in. I can't say what I want to say. I'm almost starting to feel like I can't feel what I want to feel. And if I do, if I say it, if I speak it, what's going to happen to me if I say it? This is happening right now. And that's why we need The Chosen. Watch it. Let it inspire you. Let it uplift you. And hopefully it will encourage you to make a difference in the world in which we need to come together. We have to come together. It's crucial at this point in time, and that is why I feel like God has his hand on The Chosen, which is phenomenal. It's amazing. If you want to hear him, if you want to see him, if you need him and you want to know what he has to say, do you want to know what God has to say and what he needs from you right now? What does God need from you right now? What does he need? Because in all honesty, you guys, I feel like he needs us. He needs us. We have to reach out to him now, and we have to be there for him. We have to be there for him. We have to be there for each other. So I hope that you guys will watch The Chosen. Sorry. I don't want to be weird, but I feel really defeated. I don't like seeing the evil that I'm seeing right now in the world. So I hope you guys will watch The Chosen. I'm sorry for being so vulnerable. But that's why I love it so much. That's why I love it so much. So one of the things that they said in this episode is, bones will break. Jesus said this. Hearts will still break, but in the end, light will overcome darkness. There's a man that Jesus met, and he was basically telling Jesus his story, but Jesus already knew his story. He already knew it, and he was disabled, and it was simply because he was trying to save his family. He was trying to save his family. They didn't have any food, and he saw his daughter starving. He could see her bones, and he chose drastic measures, and he almost... That was one of my cats. And he chose to make a choice that would ultimately harm someone else. Like, that person almost died in order to protect his family. And Jesus was gracious, and you could tell that Jesus forgave him for it. He could see inside his soul, and he knew that he was ultimately a good person. He ended up healing him. So another reason why I feel like the show is so amazing is going to teach you that even if you've made the ultimate sin, I mean, if you think that's the ultimate sin, this guy actually thought that the man that he had harmed in order to save his family died. And Jesus said that man did not die. He actually did not die. And he knew, the ultimate inside that guy's soul, what his intent was and what he was trying to do. And how beautiful is that? I heard Dallas Jenkins and also Jonathan Rumi, who plays Jesus. I heard them say that the very first episode is going to be really touching. They also said, I believe, episode 3 and maybe episode 6. You guys, please jump into The Chosen. If you need something to uplift you, if you need to feel something from God, you need to do this. Okay. So when Jesus was talking to this man, he was saying that our stories connect us. So he was encouraging this man to talk about his story, even though he made a mistake. And I agree with that so much. I do feel like we're all very closed off and we don't want to share. I don't know who or how this ended up happening, but like if you reveal who you are, like for example, me doing this video, I'm crying and bawling like a baby, and I probably look like a complete idiot, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this video because this is how I feel. And I feel like letting people know who you truly are. I've always been this way, and look, I've had, metaphorically speaking, I've had rocks and people, thrown in my face and spit in my face, metaphorically speaking, but I'm not going to change who I truly am in my heart and my soul. I'm just not. I don't think God would want me to. And what I think is amazing is that if we're able to connect and we're able to open up and we're able to talk about who we truly are and be completely vulnerable, that's not a bad thing. We can heal. And if we can talk to each other through that process, that's how we stay connected. That's how we can connect. Try to find the people that you can connect with. Because I know that there's going to be those people that are going to throw rocks and they're going to be the ones that are going to spit. Well, guess what? We don't talk to those people because they haven't evolved, unfortunately. Do you know what I'm saying? The disciples, the ones that follow Jesus, those are the ones that have evolved. Those are the ones that are willing to listen. Those are the ones that are willing to open their heart. And if you're willing to do that, I think we can all come together, help each other, and make this world that God created for us a better place. Don't you want that? That's what I want. I want to experience this world that God gave me. I want to see it. I don't want to be locked in my home every single day for the rest of my life. I don't want to be scared. I don't want to be condemned. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this and I need to look into this a little bit further, but it was mentioned in this episode that there's a shepherd and he has several sheep, and one of the sheep strays, and there's 99 that stay. And the theme is kind of like looking for the one that is astray. I feel like the point was, even though that there are 99 that are following, that one astray is not given up on. That one is not forgotten. That one is not discarded by God or Jesus. So even if you go astray, God's not going to give up on you. That's how I look at it, And I feel like that was a big message in this episode. And this man almost killed someone. And Jesus said to him, "May I give you a hug?" And at the end, then they gave each other a hug. And what a beautiful moment. What a beautiful moment. He was forgiven. Forgiven. Because Jesus, God, knew what was in his soul. He was ultimately a good person, and he was just trying to survive. So with that being said, you guys, I want to try to keep these episodes a little bit shorter because I want you to watch them. I feel like if they're a little bit longer, maybe you guys might not watch them. So throwing my notes down. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for following Life After Neverland. We love you guys so much. We literally just do this because we love The Chosen. No agenda, nothing except that we love The Chosen. And we hope that you watch The Chosen. We hope that you follow The Chosen forevermore and always, as much as we do. And we just want to connect with you. We want to connect with you. We want to talk about this show that we love so much, even more so now that we're in 2021. This show could not have come at a better time. And with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into Life After Neverland. This is the portion of our playlist, our videos where we really get deep into our heart and our soul. So if you want to check out more of our videos, we would love that, but stay tuned. We're going to be talking about more episodes with The Chosen as soon as they become available. Check out the Google Play Store app and see season 1 if you haven't seen it yet. Get in tune and start watching The Chosen. Until next time, everyone, God bless you and have a beautiful rest of your day.